Well, Dano said that I better get y'all before you get too busy, so that's what I'm doing. I'm getting y'all before you get too busy. hmm Well, I guess I'll sit here and see who wants to come and entertain me. Oh, dang, we got somebody in here. Let me guess. Dan. Yeah. Uh, um, I could probably arrange that. What's up, people? How you doing, Billy and Dan? Yeah, I could probably arrange that, Dano. I told you, man, frickin' I'm like a lost soul without my wife. I already woke my kids up. They're like, "Oh man, Dad, come on now. You got to wake me up at." If my wife was here, them boys would be in bed until 10 or 11 o'clock. But no, not with Dad around. Dad around, they got to get up. Oh shit! I had them up at 6:30, Dan. What's up, P&J? I know your name, by the way. I I just I like saying P&J because I don't ever know what one of you guys are uh, going to be on here. So if I just say P&J, it covers both of you. 4 o'clock? What the hell? You? Yeah, that's that retired life, Billy. I've been up. Oh, I got up at 6. Yeah, a little about quarter after 6. Ham is on a schedule. Well, I am too, I guess you could say, but Ham is he's pretty much on a schedule. So between 6 and 6:30, he wakes up every single day, and I get my hiney up, and yeah, team no sleep. I get my hiney up and go downstairs, let him up, and or let him outside rather. He goes outside, does his business. I make my coffee, get him his breakfast. He comes in, eats his breakfast, and then walks his happy ass back upstairs and lays on my couch like a bum. Yeah, yeah. Team no sleep. We probably the majority of us has been up. What's up, Busby? How you doing, bro? I was just watching that video earlier today of you changing the chain on that little chainsaw, and it Busby, if I don't think you would be fibbing to me per se, but if if I'm the one that inspired you to get up and get out there and do that, like you say, then that's it's truly moving to me uh, that that I could do such a thing, and that that makes me happy, man. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, put the chain on. It's not, dude. I've done it. It happens. But yeah, Busby, dude, you you literally almost brought me to tears saying that. Really. If I could have a superpower, what would you pick? Oh, goodness. Man, that would be a hard one. Um, you'll have to let me think on that for a second, A Train. I believe this is the first I've seen you in the chat. And thank you, P&J. I tried. Joe from Joe's Outdoor Adventure. I don't know if you guys have ever checked any of them out. Uh, hey, Squirrely. Nah, man, Busby, that's freaking awesome, dude. That's absolutely awesome, man. I'm very, very, very happy that I could do such a thing. And good morning, Nathan Taylor. So I guess my superpower, if I was going to have one superpower, A Train, I suppose it might be I would like to defy gravity. So I guess that's what it would be. Uh, how's the weather over there, Kellen? Squirrely? What's the. Well, you guys got to get a weather report from y'all. Yeah, I think, A Train, I think that would be a pretty good uh, uh, skill to have. Busby, that old tree, what did I think of that old tree? Well, to be honest with you, what I thought about it was when you showed me that tree, the very first thing that went through my head is I think I want to drive all the way to Arkansas and get that tree cut down for you. That's uh, that's what I thought about that, honestly. Yeah, it's frickin' raining here. I think it's 35 degrees and currently raining. Warming up today here. Was going to do a couple of dead ash at my brother in-laws, but still a touch messy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we all are at this point. Nathan Taylor, are you just wanting to me to say your name, buddy? Or what? Well, Busby, I think you made the right decision. It needs to come down. It has a Widowmaker in it, but it's in the backyard. Where in Arkansas are you, my friend, uh, if you don't mind telling me? So I have decided, what's up, Joe? How's the knots going, man? You got it down? Can you do it blindfolded yet? Um, now what the hell was I gonna say? Yeah, let's start with where are you over there? You don't need to list your exact town. Missouri line. Okay. Um, well, maybe I'll head on over to Wisconsin on Tuesday and give you a hand and then head to Arkansas. Maybe. What's up, BR? How you doing, man? Um, I kind of like to travel, Dano. Nothing's too far for me, Busby. Yeah, there ain't nothing too far for me, man. Shoot, you don't even know. I have I have decided that I did this. I'm doing pretty good, VR. Yeah, ain't nothing too far. Shoot, you don't even know. Hey, good morning, Colton. Hello. Uh, I started off. Well, let's see here. When the heck did I go? When the heck did I go and cut down that tree for AAP? Did I do that this year in 2024? I don't frickin' remember. Or was that in 2023? I can't recall. I think it was saws and brisket and ribs. So last year I decided that I was going to do at least one pro bono per se tree job a year for a person. And I, of course, would decide what project that was going to be, where. How dare you, murderers? Oh man, you're a spokesperson for all the trees. Well, I mean, hey, buddy, some trees need to be taken down. But yeah, are we a murderer if the tree was already dead? How does how what am I just the executioner at that point? But yeah, I decided last year that I was going to be doing at least one pro bono job for somebody, and I of course would have to figure out who that person is, why I would like to go do that for said person, and then go from there. And that started with AAP. He needed a hand over there and didn't have the ability to get done what he needed to get done. And I certainly did not like the idea of knowing that I would be able to help that gentleman out and just sitting here and doing nothing about it. I can't do that. Oh, Tree Raji, what did you do? What did you do, man? Did you need to be put in timeout? God darn it. Tree Roji or what, I'm not even sure how to say that. No, Busby, I do not. I do not do Facebook, but I am on. I don't know if you're on Instagram, so I am on Instagram, and you can find me on Instagram just by typing in the same things that you do here. So it's Ground Pounder 24/365 on Instagram. That would be the closest thing to Messenger. Well, oh well, you'll get over it. Billy. Yeah, if you don't get over it, then oh well. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, with these vertical lives like this, P and J, they're gonna bring in uh, a bunch of people that are not normally in here. Okay. Busby, I'd be more than happy to give you my phone number, buddy. I have no problem with that. No problem at all, my friend. Well, you can, well, I don't understand all that gibberish there, uh, Jax. My apologies. Language 5.0. Hmm. No, no, no. I wasn't going to do it like that, buddy. I would just. So here you go. Now that I'm thinking about it, Busby, the best way to directly contact me. Yeah, it's just what is that? Chinese or Mandarin? That looks like it's Mandarin there, Jax. And if that's Mandarin, I know very little Mandarin, believe it or not, but I can't make that out. So, uh, Busby, the best way to get, okay, Chinese, um, get a hold of me, man, is in my, now what the hell do they call it? I guess my information about my channel or whatever. I have an email in there, and that's pretty easy too. And that's, yeah, ground pounder 24365, I do believe, is my email. And if you would like to directly get a hold of me, you're more than welcome to do that. Hit me up via email, and then we could communicate like that, or uh, get our phone numbers or whatever, buddy. What I LG, I cut trees. I own a tree business here in my town. I do commercial and residential uh, tree removal. Explain the name, boss man. Well, nope. I guess I'm not. Man, was that the second time they had to be timed out there? Yeah, so my profession is I pound ground. So that's where it came from. And then also, I have a shovelhead Harley, and they call those ground pounders. I've had that Harley Davidson for over 15 years, so I've had it quite. Um, I am not dual streaming right now, but I could. Well, thanks, LG. But yeah, that's where the name came from. Yeah, arborists are pretty amazing. They don't get enough credit. As far as I'm concerned, we're all overworked and underpaid. Um, I find it. What's the words I'm looking for? Um, Appalling, I suppose. I am appalled that a guy can go out and buy a hammer, a tool belt, and maybe some cordless screwdriver or something along them lines, and he'll come in your home and people will pay $20,000 or some crazy shit like that to have a new floor put in or whatever in their home, and that person has to invest a whole whopping couple $100, and they get these big bucks per se. Some of these contractors that do roofing or cabinets or whatever the hell it is they're doing are absolutely out of their freaking mind. And and people act like it's some people. I guess what bringing me up to this is that so last year I went and I bid a job for a lady. It was $2,500, and it was a $2,500 job. I removed a great big maple next to her home, and it was an easy job for me. But I absolutely could have screwed things up bad. It could have hit the home and really fucked things up. Anyway, I do this job. It's a $2,500 job. I get done with it, everything like that, and I go in to collect my paycheck. And well, This lady had a really small kitchen. It's maybe a 12 by 12 kitchen, real small. And she had a new floor put in, and half dozen cabinets or something along them lines. New cabinets, new floor. And she says, hey, how do you like my kitchen? And I'm like, well, looks pretty nice. And she's like, yeah, I got such an incredible deal on this. I just had all this stuff put in. It was $28,000. Do you like it? Does it look nice? And this was an elderly lady that probably didn't have a hell of a lot of company or anything like that. So I sat there and talked to her for a few minutes. And I'm like, sure, I think your kitchen is very nice. It looks wonderful. And she was pretty happy about that. But yeah, $28,000 this lady spent on a kitchen. And then people expect me to come out there with over $100,000 worth of equipment, climb a tree or something along them lines, or, go 70 feet off the fucking ground, and I'm using chainsaws that could cut my appendages off. I can ruin their house. I could trash their septic tank. I could completely destroy everything. I could maim myself to where I can't even go home to my wife and children. And people want to people want to Jew me down per se. I go tell somebody, oh man, that's $2,500. And they're like, holy crap. Oh my God. They're flipping out over something like that. And I'm like, I can frickin' destroy your home. I can literally destroy your home with one mistake. And you want to get me down on my price? In the very beginning, man, I had a really hard time dealing with that when I was new. But now it don't bother me at all. If you want the lowest price person, then I am not your guy. You call somebody else. And with that being said, I don't even want them as my client. Nope. The people that are going to be looking for the lowest bottom dollar price on whatever it is they're looking for are not the clients that I even want to have. Yeah, nobody gets. I've had a couple people. I've gone out. I give them a price, and then they see it only takes me a little bit of time, and I've had a couple people be like, "Oh wow, you must make pretty good money." You're right, LG. But yeah, my wife has been using the hell out of that chapstick, buddy. Yeah, you do, Joe. Oftentimes you do. I can't tell you how many companies in my local area I am certainly not going to name any names, but they're crooks as far as I'm concerned. There's a tree right down the road that a lady, I never bid the job, so I don't know. But anyway, she hired another tree company to, treason's pretty good. Guilty of treason. He's a little overrated as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, he does good work. But oh darn it, Buzzspeed. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, so there's this lady down the road that hired another tree company to come and remove a tree for her. Okay. Well, anyway, so they go down there and this other company, and they put the tree down on the ground for her. They sure did. And they chipped the brush. They left the stump about 4 feet tall. Well, not 4 feet, about 3 feet tall. And all the wood, every bit of the wood laying in this lady's yard. Crossed her driveway. She can't even get in or out of her damn garage. And anyway, they took the money, they put the tree down on the ground, took her money, and left. That tree's been sitting there for a month. A friend of mine who lives across the street from her called me up last week and he's like, "Hey man, do you do stump grinding?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why is that?" And he's like, "Well, you know that tree across the street from me?" I says, "Yeah." He says, "Well, my neighbor here paid this company to remove that tree and they have not been back, and they said they're supposed to grind the stump and everything like that, and they didn't grind the stump." She called them and they've not responded to any of their calls or anything like that. And she wants you to come and grind the stump. She'll pay you and everything like that, of course. And I'm like, well, that's good, but yeah, no, maybe I'm just an asshole for this, but no, if you, I'm sorry about your luck. I will not come and grind your stump. Sorry. P&J, it's so bad around here with people taking deposits, and I'm sure this goes for elsewhere, but people take deposits down. They'll go there, they'll bid the job, say it's $1,000. They'll be like, "Well, I want half down before we get started," and that's ridiculous. I'm not giving you half down. You haven't done anything. You have done nothing. I will give you nothing. So with me, I take zero money down, and I have taken no money from a job, and I will not take money from a job until it's done. Once it's done, I'll get paid. Until it's done, I don't want nothing. I go there, I bid the job, I tell you the price. At the end of the job, the price is still the price. There's no surprise. I don't come up and, "Oh, it was a little harder," or something along them lines. "I'm going to need a little bit more money," or whatever. No. As far as I'm concerned, if you're the guy out there bidding the job and you go out there and you F that bid up and you get into a job and you realize to yourself, "Oh man, I really underbid myself, that was a silly mistake." Why should the customer have to pay for that? The customer should not have to pay for your mistake, as far as I'm concerned. And if you go to Busby, the dunes are 30 minutes from me. I can be in the dunes in 30 minutes, my friend. But yeah, the customer should not have to pay for your screw up. If you thought it was going to take you one day and it ends up taking you 3 days, well, then be a person of honor. Have a little bit of an integrity and stick by what the hell you said you were going to do. It's not their fault you screwed up. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I've went and done jobs to where my help makes more money than I have. And does it suck? Yeah, it sucks. But learn your freaking lesson and don't do it again. Let's see, off topic here. Yeah, I in fact, Busby, I have a Tahoe. I have a lifted Chevy Tahoe that's all it does is go to the dunes, and I take that sucker to the dunes and I beat the living bejesus out of it. That's its whole entire life. I bring it to the dunes, I beat the living snot out of it, and then I put it back on the trailer and I bring it home until I'm ready to go beat the snot out of it again. Yeah, yeah, LG, that's all you can really do. I mean, if somebody came to me and was like, "Oh, I screwed up. I'm going to need more money from that." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Get out of here. Don't." I, language, I'm not sure, boss, but we're welcome to have you back. I didn't time out anybody. I got people. Yeah, the dunes when I was a kid, man. I get bored with it now, Busby. You go up, it's kind of like riding a roller coaster or something. No, dang. Well, what do you know? Quick, easy, and it's free. Best of all, Joe, it's free. It's a free experience for everybody. I know I'm kind of uh, boring per se, but come on, guys. Let's pick the GP brain. Come on. There's an ask and tell, huh? Oh man, we just lost a couple people there. Yeah, but yeah, Busby, I'm only 30 minutes from there, buddy. Not even. That's cool that you know where that's at, man. I am just south of there and right on right by Lake Michigan myself. So what you got on the agenda today, Joe? Are you trying to go cut down some more trees? Like I told you guys the other day, my I don't have any supervision. My wife's gone. So and it's raining outside right now. Otherwise I'd be outside doing something. I'm waiting. Okay. Sounds good, buddy. Oh man, come on now, Joe. You just gotta worm. What's up, Babylon? You just gotta rub that in, huh? It's only supposed to make 42 degrees here today, Joe. And don't worry, man. I'm a Michigander, dude. So once it hits 50, it's fucking summer to me. Yeah, 50 degrees and sun. Holy crap. Well, you know what happens when it turns 50 degrees? I take my shirt off and just start climbing little stupid trees. What's up, Heisman? How you doing, man? Chilling, editing, and going into the woods later. I don't truly know what the heck I'm gonna be getting into today. I'm waiting for my spurs to show up. They were supposed to have been uh my spurs should have been here already. They were supposed to have showed up yesterday, but they didn't. So I've been kind of moping around, put my little sad face on because I have not got my spurs, and I'm very um I am anticipating their arrival. Shirts off, spurs on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I was so burnt out last year. Babylon, have you seen that frickin' video of me clowning around? Have you guys seen the video of me climbing this frickin' 4 inch in circumference tree? It's called speed lining near overhead power lines. If you guys are bored, go ahead and go on my channel there and watch speed lining near overhead power lines. That's what happens when you get an arborist that's been burnt out from work and bored. I was so bored, man. So, Joe, just start off. Okay, so you need to start off right on. It's funny they should talk about insurance because I literally just renewed my general liability insurance tomorrow. You have to have general liability insurance, Joe. And with that being said, you need to make sure they cover tree work. I don't know how it is over there by you, man, but the moment you tell people that you frickin' do tree work, you're going to get hung up on. Or you're going to just get told, oh, sorry, we don't cover tree workers. You know, if you want to go put a roof on, they'll cover you, but they're not going to cover you for tree work. So, um, the insurance, you got to have general liability insurance that covers tree work. Um, and then I guess it just depends on how insured that you would like to go. So I have a $2 million policy myself. Um, my policy covers me in all 50 states. Not all insurance agencies will do that. You would only be covered in that particular state. But you know, if you don't travel, then you got nothing to worry about. Joe, I don't know if it is an Anchor Insurance Group, or yeah, Anchor Insurance is who I just went through to get my general liability policy, and they saved me, yeah, $1,100. They saved me. So I paid my policy in full yesterday. I am 100% good for the next year. I don't have to make no payments or nothing like that. They saved me enough money to where I could go out and do that. So I'm pretty happy about that. And then if you want to like cover equipment, say you're going to start a tree service and you want to get your equipment covered and everything like that, you know, your saws in case you smash them or somebody steals them or something along them lines, then you're at that point you would want to get what's called an inland marine insurance. Inland marine insurance, I know that's kind of a weird name for it, but that's what it's called, buddy. And that would cover you. So, for example, say you had $50,000 worth of tools that you wanted to cover. So you tell them you want to take out a $50,000 policy. They will base your price on how much coverage that you would like. And then from there on out, for me, so I'm going to be getting an inland marine policy and to cover my tools and stuff because I was sitting there I was talking to Clint actually yesterday, and I'm like, dude, I got to get my equipment covered and everything. As it stands, I don't leave my saws and that kind of crap. I don't leave that stuff out of my site. When we're on a job site, it stays there. Um, if if I had, depending on what you took, but I mean, I have over $8,000 in my chainsaws. Over. So if you just walked off, shit, my 500i, I got 2,200 into my frickin' 500i and $2,400 into my 880. So I mean, you take those two saws right there, you're damn near $5,000. That's just two saws. But anyway, what I need to do for that, for the inland marine insurance, is I need to gather a list of my inventory with serial numbers, that sort of thing. Uh, you know, and make an inventory list and turn it in to my insurance agent. My saws are not ported. No, no, sir. I do have one that is my top handle. I have two 201s, and one of them I have sent off to Aaron Lynch, and he has a channel on here as well. Aaron Lynch did some work on one of my 201s, one of my top handles, and he did the works on that. muffler mod, timing advance, port work, so on and so forth. But all my other saws are more or less stock. Um, so the 500i has a bark box on it and a MaxFlow air filter kit. And my 880, I put a I was just going to say a MaxFlow air filter, but I did not. It's not yet anyway. The 880 has a bark box on it. Those are the only like mods that I've got to my saws. Yeah, Aaron, absolutely, Joe. I'm a wealth of I'm a bank of knowledge, man. I guess it just depends on who I choose to open my doors to and do business with. It's been an absolute pleasure to teach, help, whatever the word, I'm not sure the correct word there. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Um, I, honestly, Joe, like, and I told you this right from the very, I think I said this, I'd have to go back and look because, we've been talking for quite some time. But I'm very hesitant to, sometimes I don't want to give people advice, as silly as that. Oh, God, that battery chainsaw was worth every penny, Busby. And good morning, bad for you. Um, but yeah, I'm real hesitant sometimes to give people advice or criticism or whatever, help, whatever you would like to call it, for a couple of reasons. One, I don't want to come off as some freaking know-it-all because I 100% am not. I'm not, and even if I know how to do something, that don't mean there's a different way to do it. There's often different ways to do it. Just like that running bowline, for example. I mean, there's multiple different ways to tie that knot. Yeah, but in the end, it's the same damn thing. So, yeah, leaves. Yeah, I suppose. In fact, since we're talking about insurance, Busby, they actually have insurance for that. It's consultation insurance. So I can be insured. I can insure myself uh, to protect myself against that. Go figure, an insurance company will take your money for just about anything. This is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard. You'd think after giving these guys tens and thousands of dollars and me never even having a frickin' claim, they'd send me a fucking pizza or something like that. Maybe a thank you, but no. A story of all our adult lives, huh? Insurance, man. Whew. Ooh. That really gets the people, the adults' blood's boiling. Heck yeah, Joe. That makes me happy, dude. And that's why I help you, man. Is because you can take my advice per se, or criticism or whatever. Some people don't like to be criticized, and no matter what it is. And I don't want to be the one to do it. It's not like you guys are my children or whatever. And it's one thing for me to criticize my children or whatever, but to do it to other people is I have a hard time with that. So from when I do help people and they actually take the advice and don't think that I'm just trying to be a smartass or whatever, then it usually works out pretty good. There's a couple people that I have reached out to and have heard the same thing from Joe. Um, there's a couple people that I've done that with, and they've yeah they well, for lack of better words, they've improved. I got my little dog here. He's missing his mama, aren't you, buddy? You missing mama? So I got my wife's robe. Look at this. Laying here all sad. Are you all sad, little mister? you, you don't know what to do because my wife ain't home. Huh. Kind of a dude. That is Axel right there. It's my old man. Huh. Yeah. P&J, I got him. I got him when he was about the size of a regular coffee cup. Little tiny guy. I could now he's oh man, he's kind of a mutt. Here, let's look at him. It's kind of a let's see. Let's see if I can do this a little better. There we go. What are you? Huh? Little dog? So he's a Manchester. He's got some Chihuahua in him. I was gonna I tell you what, man, he thinks he's a lion. Yeah, that damn dog thinks he's a frickin' lion, is what it is. I tell you that. But yeah, I got this little dog, man, when he was just a little tiny thing. He would frickin', I could hold him in my hand like that. And for about the first year of his life, he was with me 24/7. Like we would go back then when I first got him, I used to do a bunch of outdoor work, and used to do everything outdoors, pretty much everything. And anyway, one of the things I did was spring fall cleanups, and I would carry him around while we were doing spring and fall cleanups. He would literally just be right here and just be going around blowing. Well, actually, it'd be the other way around. But yeah, I would just frickin' hold him and we'd do work together. And yeah, P&J, that's Axel right there, and it's hilarious because this little guy right here. Well, Joe, take care and have a great day, man. This little guy right here runs the show. I got two pit bulls, and they won't screw with him. Yeah, I like wiener dogs, Busby. I seen seen it at the door there barking at the frickin' rabbit. I on that short, I think it was. But yeah, I was sitting there barking at a rabbit, and I seen it turn around and look back at you like he wanted to make sure you had his back. He looked a little scared of that there rabbit. A friend of mine has two dachshunds, and they're pretty cool dogs. I like them. I have a whole thing of, I got a whole gang of animals here: chickens, turkeys, pigs, fish, uh, three dogs, nothing else. Trying to think. Yeah, nothing else. As strange as this might sound, I think my son has a pet spider down in his room. In fact, I'm pretty damn positive. I don't want to yell for him right now, but I think he does. I think he has a pet spider, and It's like not one that I bought. It's like there was a spider in his room, and he's just decided that it was going to be his little buddy, and he's not evicted him or her, whatever. We don't here in this family. We don't kill things just to kill things. No, it don't matter what it is. Except, okay, all right, a mosquito. I will kill mosquitoes unwaveringly. I like, yep, I'm good for that. But other than that, they get free passes. So even insects in my home end up getting put in a cup and brought outside. Mice, I will trap them, and they don't make it. So, Busby, if you get a fainting goat, you got to get more than one, buddy. Don't just get one because otherwise they'll be lonely out there. Uh, yeah, my wife would have my place looking like Dr. Doolittle's, and it pretty much does look like that around here anyway. So, yeah, we don't have them anymore, but a couple years ago, man, I came home from work and I walked in the house and I didn't see anybody. And I'm like, where the hell is everyone? Now, where the hell is my wife? And then I hear her giggling. I'm like, where is she? So I thought she was upstairs. And I go upstairs and I look, and she ain't upstairs. I'm like, all right. So I go back down on the main floor and I kind of hear her giggling. And I'm looking around the house and I'm like, where in the hell is my, you know? And I open up the bathroom door and my wife is in the bathroom, right? With the tub full with ducks. She's got ducks swimming around in my freaking bathtub. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I just love these little ducks. Like, what? You can't, babe. No, you can't have ducks in the house. Oh, I'll put them outside. Like, yeah, okay, you'll put them outside, sure. I'm gonna put them in my belly if they don't go outside. You ever had duck, guys? Duck's pretty good. Yeah, duck is good. So, needless to say, we don't have those ducks no more. I'll let you figure out what happened to them. Yeah, I don't like spiders either, Busby. I don't like spiders and I don't like snakes. I'm not much of a snake guy. Dude, you should have seen me when I went down to Florida. Busby, I went down to Florida and Homestead, Florida, to be exact. Went down to Homestead, Florida several years ago, and we drove around the state and everything like that, and I drove into the Everglades, and man, I wanted to go for a walk so bad. I did. We're in the Everglades, and there's these hiking trails that go off into the swamp or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go for a hike. And so I get down there and I start going for a walk in them woods, and well, every time I took a step, something would move. I swear to God, dude, something would move. I'd take a step, I'd look over here, and you'd see something run across, and I don't know what the hell it was, but I seen it. I seen it move, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Well, I don't know what it is. I can't tell. Then I walk a little further, blah, 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 and I see this gigantic frickin' spider hanging in the frickin' trail right across the trail. I'm like, holy shit. What's up, Snow Mexican? And Busby, hell yeah, they have pythons down there, man. Great big ass sons of bitches. They just frickin' caught a 20-footer down there, dude. They got a frickin' new record. 20-foot frickin' python. No way. I'm from Michigan, man. What the fuck do I look like fighting a python? Like, So anyway, long story short, Busby, I frickin' went into them woods and I only made it about 100 yards into the woods before I frickin' turned around and just got right back into the damn. Yeah, well, we had a minivan that we rented, but I just got back in the minivan and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, check that shit out, Busby. There's a freaking 20 foot, man. They just caught the damn thing. I think it was just this past summer. And them pythons, man, they have destroyed, absolutely destroyed the nature down in the Everglades. There's nothing in there anymore, from the way I understand it. Yeah, 20 foot, hell no, exactly. Well, Jay, that's exactly what I'm doing, man. Honestly, I was gonna frickin' FaceTime you, buddy, but and maybe we'll still do that. Or well, it ain't even called FaceTime. I don't know what the hell am I talking about? I don't even have Facebook. So it ain't FaceTime, whatever the hell that is. Video chat. My wife, man, she's gone. She's down in Savannah, Georgia right now, enjoying warm weather. Uh she yeah, she's actually in Savannah enjoying the weather, so she'll be gone for a while. And I'm unsupervised. She's checked in on me a couple of times, make sure, the house is still standing and I don't have any, I don't got no hookers here or I'm not installing no poles or making sure the kids are still fed and that sort of stuff. Oh God. I was talking to Dano earlier, Jay, and frickin' I was asking him what the hell he was up to, and he asked me what I was up to, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I, I said, I think I'm about to go on a YouTube live for my own entertainment. So here I am, YouTube live. Brutal wins. Only got a cherry down yesterday. Got to work. Got to work tomorrow, man. It's Sunday tomorrow, brother. Uh, yeah, I actually just this past. I worked just this past Sunday myself. So, yeah. As far as Florida is concerned, I'm not good. I don't. I'm good. Oh, okay. Do they actually regulate that stuff over there, Jay? Uh, do you like get in trouble, I guess, or is that a general rule of thumb, or how does that go? Could you actually get fined? I know they do things a little differently over there in Canada. Eh? What do they do, eh? Oh God. Billy, that would actually be a good one. If I did, I'll be like, once she finds it, I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot to take that down. I thought I told the kids to take that out of there. That would be a good one. Yeah, they ain't playing around with that then, Jay. Holy shit. So that's basically what it's like. Well, there you don't get no fines or anything like that over here, but that's more or less my. So I April 1st to September 1st, I for my oak pruning here, I stop mid March. I stop in mid March and I will not start up again until October for me to prune. And I hate trimming trees. Trimming trees suck. Yeah, and I don't want to do it. Great live. Oh, all right. Yeah, Dan's the man. Dan's getting ready for an epic journey. I think the poor bastard's got like 40 hours of drive time in his near future. He's going to make driving his full time job. You got to start charging people by the mile, Dano. That might not work out for me if you do it like that, but you start charging people by the mile. Right on. I got some Elderid Talons. I bought Elderid Talons, and I found a really good deal on them. So if anybody on here, if anybody on here is actually looking for spurs, or if you thought you might need new ones, those Elderid Talons are on ropemaster.com for like $314, and they're like $600 everywhere else. I don't know if on Rope Master if there's some sort of mess up on their part or what, but I don't know. Oof. Yeah, that one would be good, Busby. That's bad. I have cut my tracheal artery. I don't know, you probably can't. Well, let's see. Can you see this little divot right here in my arm? Watch that. You see how that does that? Look at that. So I got a scar. You can't really. My arm is quite deformed, as you can see. Yeah, you see this big old divot in my arm right there? Well, that's because I have a scar that starts, well, right there and runs all the way up to right there. And let's see here. So, yeah, you see how jacked up that is right there? So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Oh, goodness, yeah. It does not suck, sir. What did I? Did I say something sucked? I don't remember. And yeah, that hurt quite a bit. If it wasn't for me putting a tourniquet on myself, I'd have been dead. Yeah, I actually tourniqueted my own arm. So, yeah, it does not suck, sir. I'm lost. Yeah, right. 3 minutes, they told. I was told I would have been dead in 3 minutes. Yeah, and I was just messing with you, Dano, about the per the mile thing. Yeah, there's always a asshole fee or douchebag fee or pain in the ass, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, you can bleed out real quick, buddy, especially on blood thinners like that. Hmm. I guess I wonder how long could I keep this going, guys? Man, I need another burger. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with that. Why am I even doing that? God damn. Well, I guess if nothing else, Dan, I can grill burgers today. You know, I don't plan on going anywhere, doing anything. Just hanging out with y'all. Hang out with y'all for a while, I guess. All my YouTube friends. Oh no, yeah. So yeah, yeah. See, you got the you already know, Jay. You already know, man. That's what happens when the wife goes away. Live life to the fullest. So one of my best sayings, man, or not my saying, I've heard it along the way, but Dano says it best. And as far as I'm concerned, some of the best things are on the other side of fear. And while I am absolutely terrified and scared of things, I am not fearful. What's going on, Aaron? How you doing, buddy? So, part of the reason I've started skydiving to go along with it. Well, she's at minimum like 14 hours away. A lot of shit can go down in 14 hours. Yeah, actually, Aaron, we were just talking to you. Not to you, but we were just talking about you, actually. We were, Busby there. He asked me if I had any ported saws or anything like that. And I told him no, that I don't, but you had, you had done some work to my 201. Yeah. Good thing I know how to grill a burger. Yeah. No, I haven't got any port work done I need to. I want to. Just haven't done it. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dan, when I grow up, I want to be just like you, brother. Yeah. Actually, I don't want to grow up, to be honest with you. I always want to be a Toys R Us kid. Yeah, I seen that. I, you guys actually, I was asking John. Yeah, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan Riddle. Uh, he tries to be sneaky, don't he? But anyway, I was watching on his channel there that he was showing some new tools that he had got, and I had asked if that meant you guys could get into those 201s the way that you really needed to, and he said yeah. So hell yeah, there you go. Bonfires are nice. I uh, I got all my bonfire burning pretty much out of the way just this past winter. Hey Dan, would you believe there was a guy I didn't know his name yesterday? So guess what I called him? Do you remember? What do we call people when we don't know their name? Okay. Yeah, those things, 2511s, they don't even, dude, they don't even feel like a real chainsaw when I hold on to them. Yeah, I always wait for that too, Busby. Frickin' snow for here, snow. I wait until there's snow. and then no winds, and then I light that. Yeah, I do too, Dano. I should be better about commenting on there or whatever, but I like watching that stuff too. And those guys, Aaron and John Bob, man, frickin' those guys, they'll help you out, man. They'll help you out. Good, solid people, those two guys are. Yeah, and I hand delivered when Aaron got my saw, I hand delivered it to him, and he met me, and we sat there and BS'd for a little while and whatnot. Well, I'm waiting for John Bob there to. I know he's working on it, but I'm waiting for John Bob to drop that weight that he needs to drop, and then him and I are going skydiving. Yeah. Is it a one tire fire or a two, Busby? Usually I find one tire gets the fires going pretty good. If you need a good size fire, you gotta it's a two. That's how I classify my. Is it a one tire fire or is it a two? One tire is usually good. Two, yeah, yeah, okay. That's a good one then, man. That's a good one. Two tire fires are adventurous. I actually caught my woods on fire once and had to call the fucking fire department, dude. So that's a true story. Damn it, Drew. That's that is funny, dude. Because yeah, yesterday me and Clint were sitting there talking, and we were talking about a customer, and we could not remember their name, and I was just like, just call him Drew. Clint's looking at me. I'm like, it's Drew. And then he's like, yeah, dude. How did that guy let me go the whole job with calling him the wrong name? But he did. So am I? Am I racking up the subscribers? Yeah. I should probably frickin' put out more content. If to actually get the I want quality, not quantity. And I'm pretty happy with the quality of my subscribers. That's for damn sure. Oh God. Well, I'm glad you didn't catch yourself on fire with that. Molotov cocktails are pretty fun. You want to know something that's even funner? I've so if you okay, so you do this at your own risk, of course, but a road flare that you tape to a 30-pound propane tank and then shoot, that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. You've caught a creek on fire. Yeah, hell yeah, Aaron's kicking ass, man. He's got over 10K. Over 10,000 subscribers. I didn't catch the creek on fire. I caught my fucking woods on fire. Like this is years ago. I didn't have a loader, a tractor, nothing, man. We just moved into this house and I started freaking clearing up all the trees and working here. And I had this big ass pile of brush and there was snow on the ground. But yeah, there was snow. You got to mix the gas with diesel. It works better. Then it'll actually stick to it. And if but yeah, I was trying to light this brush, and in this brush, dude, I was out. Wildwood Jake, how's it going, man? It's going great here. So yeah, I've not done it to the gas can like that, but the propane tank makes a pretty good boom. But yeah, man, I'm trying to start this damn brush on fire, and I was trying. I busted out all the freaking stops, dude. All of it. I'm out there with fucking old transmission fluid. I light it, gets burning and it smolders out, and it burns and it smolders out. I throw gas on it. throw some Earl on it. I do everything I can, you know what I mean? And this son of a bitch and brush will not burn. I sat out there for probably hours trying to get this shit to burn, and I just couldn't get it to go. And then freaking, so I'm like, well, I've had enough of this. I'm going in the house. I'll keep an eye on it, you know. And frickin' man, I'll tell you what, I came in the house and a friend come over and he's like, "Hey dude, are you burning stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was trying to burn that brush out back." He's like, "Okay, well, you know, it's smoking." I'm like, "Okay, so we'll go outside." I go outside, I look from a distance, and I'm like, "Yeah, it'll be all right." So we were sitting in my driveway enjoying a burger with one another, and then he all of a sudden he looks over and he's like, "Hey man, that's a lot of smoke." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's been smoking all day, dude. It's smoking all damn day. I can't get it to burn." He's like, "No, dude, that's like a lot of smoke, man. Like, where are you burning? You're not burning way back there, are you?" And I look over there and the smoke was way in the hell past where the hell I was trying to start the fire. Well, the problem is that was snow on the ground, but there were patches of leaves, and those patches of leaves caught on fire. And by the time I went over there, 5 acres of woods were on fire. Yeah, you believe that? 5 acres of woods were on fire. So the ground, anyway, it wasn't the trees, thank God. But anyway, dude, I go over there and I am fucking freaking out, man. I go over there and my woods are on fire. And it looks terrible, you know, of course, because all the leaves and everything, all the dead, dry stuff on the ground is on fire. So anyway, I get my phone and I call 911 and I tell them out here, and the dude, oh man, this story gets better now that I'm thinking about it. But Dano, you know the situation out here, but as far as the woods and everything's concerned, and how I'm at the end of this dead end road. But anyway, I call 911, right? I'm out back and I'm trying to put this fire. Me and my buddy Ron are trying to put this damn fire out. We're running around, stomping on and everything, trying to get as much of the fire put out as we possibly can. And I hear the fire department coming. Woo! You know, they're hauling ass on their way and everything like that. And oh, it wasn't a field, it was woods. But anyway, yeah, I'm out back and I'm fighting this fire. We're out there trying to do everything we can to fight this stupid fire, you know, and get it out. I'm freaking out and everything, like, oh my God, I'm going to burn the fucking woods down, which is really, 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 really bad, as you all know, Dano, because there are thousands of acres of woods behind me, like thousands. So if it got out of control, it could get really fucking out of control. But anyway, yeah, we're out there. We're playing Mr. Firefighter and everything like that, bro. And I hear the fire department coming. I can hear the sirens and everything like that. I'm out there doing my duty and whatever, and then all of a sudden I hear the sirens leave. You know, they're getting closer, and they came down to the end of the road. Well, my kids were out at the end of the road, and you know there ain't nobody back here. So anyway, the fire department, they asked my kids, "Hey, is there a fire? Is there a fire?" And all my kids are like, no, everything's fine. So the fire department fucking left. Dude, they left. They turned around and left. And I'm out back and I can hear the sirens come and they get closer and they turn around at the end of the road and they fucking left. And I hear, they take off and then they freaking, I'm like, where in the hell are they going? You know? So I'm running over to the end of the road because I got to let these guys in to my property because I got gates and everything up on my property here. So freaking, I got to let the fire department in to put this damn fire out. And dude, Aaron, they didn't see the smoke, buddy, because the frickin' dude, you'd have to see the layout of my house, man. But you drive down to the end of the road and then you hang a right onto a little 2-track. You go down that little 2-track, and then there's my house back in the woods. Well, from the end of the road, you can't even see my house at all. And okay, my property runs north and south. They were approaching from the south, and the fire was so bad that, well, it was far enough away from the end of the road, and we had a wind that was coming from the south, so it was blowing all the smoke into the woods. They couldn't see anything, and it was, my property is large enough to where you couldn't see anything. You'd have to see my place, I guess, but I'm sure kind of like out at your place, Aaron, you could bring somebody out back and skin them alive, dude, and there's not going to be anybody that comes. So, or hears you for that matter. And, but yeah, dude, the damn fire department took the frickin' off. They took off. And so I got to call 911 back again. And I'm like, hey, you guys need to get back here. My frickin' woods are on fire. So, yeah, that was a pretty good one. Needless to say, all the grass and everything over there, and the ferns and everything's really, really pretty now. It grew a lot better. But now, yeah, the kids, they were real sorry. They're, oh my God, I'm sorry, Dad. Yeah, everybody told them it was fine. Yeah, I'm pretty much right on the edge of that, Busby. If you know where the dunes are, then you know my general area. God dang it. I hope that was an important phone call then, at least. God darn it. I have not ate the fiddleheads from the ferns. But yeah, Busby, it was nice and fertilized, buddy. Like, it's funny because the part of the woods that caught on fire, and in comparison with the other, it's totally different. That's pretty cool, Busby. Oh, we got oodles and oodles and oodles of morels here that's just not frickin' warm enough. Yeah. Do they taste like asparagus, Jay? What do they? Is there anything that they taste like? And guys, since you brought this up, morels, I seen a guy on Instagram. He was finding those morel mushrooms. Okay, well, I like Brussels sprouts. He was finding those morel mushrooms with a thermal. He put a little thermal device on the front of his phone, and he was using his phone just going through the woods, and all those morel mushrooms stood out like a sore thumb, dude. With a thermal camera. Yeah, they stood out like a sore thumb. I was like, I'll be damned, huh? And that makes sense because they'll be colder. They'll likely be colder than almost everything else. Yeah, Brussels sprouts are good though. Morels are really good. I got some wire strippers in the garage. Oh. You guys got your loader yet then, Jay, or you just the chipper? Get just the chipper for now, or You thinking about getting a loader as well, buddy? I know you were talking about the loader. I just wasn't sure if you're going to pull the trigger on that this year. Oh, that was a good one. Holy crap, I've sat here and ran my mouth for an hour and a half so far. Okay. Yeah, dude, I was just looking at there's some fine companies around here. I think it was, yeah, it was Bobcat that I was looking at. As you know, we were uh we were talking about, what a mini excavator or a ride on Bobcat for me. I'm thinking I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. But I want a mini excavator or a one of those ride-on bobcats like those Vermeers or whatever. But anyway, I was noticing that Bobcat, they were doing 0% financing for 48 months. Like, huh, really? But yeah, I've already spent a lot of money this year. A lot. But things are. Do you? Yeah, I don't know between the two. I know I Bobcat. I'm pretty familiar with their skid steers and stuff. Well, you can, okay, mini skid and a rotating grapple with like one of those branch managers, Jay. But yeah, uh, I would be comfortable with Bobcat. I don't. I've not owned any of their equipment or anything like that, but I certainly wouldn't be opposed to it. Um, I gotta get other things under control per se. Hey GP, do you know of any channels that do free yard cleanup? I have neighbors that have special needs daughter. I don't, Busby. No, I sure don't. The exact same thing. Yeah, the those branch managers are pretty nice. Uh, I've seen. Yeah, I've not. When I had that Vermeer STX 30. Yeah, the 30 stump grinder. The little one on tracks. And I had one of those, and I needed some work done to it. And I know the particular dealership that I was dealing with, they were very slow, and to do anything. I dropped it off, and then like I made an appointment. They're like, yeah, with them. I called them ahead of the time and make an appointment, and then I drop the damn thing off, and it's a freaking week goes by, and they haven't even touched the stupid thing. And I don't know about you, that kind of makes me upset. Like if I made an appointment, I didn't just drop it off. What the hell's the point of making an appointment? So the dealership, the Vermeer dealer here didn't really leave a very good taste in my mouth because of that. Yeah, and when Jay, with that being said, you know what I mean, customer service, I will pay extra per se to have good customer service. versus not. If that particular product is a little bit more money than the other one, then that's just fine by me, as long as I can get good service. Because for me, that's what it's all about. Yeah, P&J, sometimes it's funny. It's not really funny. It don't really surprise me, but frickin' I oftentimes will get jobs that I have bid at a higher dollar versus other companies for whatever reason. I get the job over them. I guess I'm not real sure, but sometimes they tell me. But oh yeah, Jay. Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. That would be worth it. I agree. Certainly, good customer service is where it's at, man. Well, I guess I haven't ran out of things to talk about yet. I still got burger. I got plenty of burgers here, so the burgers they just grow wild around here, don't they, Dano? Yeah. Sounds like the Vermeer would be your people then, Jay. I dislike there's a steel dealer that's local to me, and I will not go to them. Charcoal. Um, but yeah, there's a steel dealer here in town. They're a 10 minute, well, 15 minutes. They're about a 15-minute drive for me, and I won't go to them. So yeah, I'll go somewhere else. Fortunately, I've not really had to visit a steel dealer since COVID hit, literally since 2020. Yeah, in the fall of 2020, I bought out the dealer that I was dealing with. He was about an hour away from me. I'd go over there and buy all my stuff from him, and I'd buy it in bulk, so I didn't have to go back. But yeah, I've literally had the only thing I've bought from any steel dealer in the last several years were a hand. I bought a couple chains. I've only bought maybe 4 chains from anybody else, and my 500i. Other than that, I have not even stepped foot in a steel dealership in years, just because I don't need to. When he was going out of business, I bought him out. I went in. I liked the guy so damn much that and it was hard for him to close his business. COVID took him out. He'd been there as a steel dealership for 20 plus years, and the supply chain was so fucked up during COVID that he couldn't. You could have went in there and gave him the money for a brand new chainsaw, and he would just tell you, "I don't even know when I could get it for you. I'll order it, but I have no idea when the hell it's going to be here." You know, so it put a lot of people out of business, a lot of people out of business, and he was one of them. So I bought every single thing that I could off of him. In fact, he took apart other chains. So I needed, 18-inch chains, 20-inch chains, 16-inch chains, so on and so forth. And he took apart other chains to shorten them up or make them longer to get me enough chains to where literally I bought every single damn bit of his chain stock that he had when I went in there. And I came home and I told my wife that I spent a buttload of freaking money. But it saved me money. because I got all that stuff at discounted rates, and everything's went freaking crazy since COVID. Went freaking nuts. But yeah, P&J, I mean, it helped us both out. You know, he had all this inventory and he didn't know what the hell he was going to do with it because he was done. He had enough. Uh, Basically, the guy, long story short, I mean, it drove the guy to madness. You know, I can only imagine. I don't know. I don't know how I would deal with basically being forced to close my business because I can't do what I need to do. You know, and like I can't even imagine somebody else telling me that I basically got to close my business. And it took him out. And not only did it take him out financially, it took him out mentally. And he was on the verge of a fucking mental breakdown when I went in there. And when I was talking to him, I'm just like, dude, frickin', you know, whatever. He closed his doors that day. He was going to try to stay open through the end of the week so he could, you know, try to get rid of whatever he could get rid of. But he had limited inventory per se, so he was trying to get rid of everything he could get rid of, and he said he was going to close down at the end of the week. But I bought everything I could from him, and he closed down that very day. So worked out real well. Yeah, it is great that happened. And I was a broke dick dog there for a while, but ain't the first time. I can't even tell you how many. Dude, when I bought my bucket truck, I was negative $64 when I got home. Like negative. I had I spent every fucking penny I had, dude. I came home and told my wife, well, I hope somebody calls for some tree work because if they don't, I don't know how I'm going to pay the house payment next month. And so, not the first time I went all in like that. Was that like a warning, Jay? I'll be back. In like a Terminator voice. Is it at the uh did you say you had cottonwoods to do over in Madison, Dano? Was it cottonwoods? Is that like a friend of yours or family or company you're going to be doing that for? Or bum bum bum. Oh no. And then there was silence. Well, god dang it. Now look what everybody did. I actually think it quit raining out. Where'd everybody go? Oh no. My wife left me for the week and now you guys? Come on. I wonder if this is one of those times where people are actually saying something and the feed is not working. Because that has happened. And when that happens, that sucks. Because then I don't know what y'all are saying. All right. So it says I got 5 people watching. Somebody, anybody, say something. And I guess if the feed don't update or whatever, then I'm gonna have to frickin' end it. Because I have nothing to talk about. You guys are keeping me company. My boys went back to sleep. I woke them up early. They did what they had to do. But then they're sleeping. They're all passed out on the couch downstairs now. You boys down there sleeping? Well, I got an answer out of one of them, so yeah, I think that's what happened, guys. I think you guys are talking, and my feed is not updating, so that sucks. But yeah. Oh well, the GP fun is over. All right, guys. Well, I got nobody to interact with anymore, I guess, because my feed ain't coming up. So, with that being said, I'm going to go interact with my children. Hope everyone has a great day. Peace.